G'day guys, I'm Mike. I'm one of the engineers at Cartesian Co, and we're here at the brand new offices of BookPal, which is of course just because we haven't changed the signs out. This is obviously the new offices of Cartesian Co. And lately we've been doing a lot more development and work with building the new Argentum printer. We just wanted to show you out the new offices and all the cool work we've been doing. So first thing through here is we've just got our garage area, and at the moment it's pretty much just empty because essentially this is where we want to do all of our assembly and packaging for when we ship out the printers to you later this year. But through the door here, we have our giant laser cutter, and it looks like John's making something for the new model.
Yeah, at the moment I'm just cutting a new test piece for one of our prototype printers. You can see here I'm just cutting it out of some 6mm MDF just because that's a bit cheaper for development. Over there you can see the printer that it's going to go into.
So John and myself have actually been working on this new model the last couple of weeks, in which it adds a whole bunch of things like a lot more rigidity, it's a lot more easy to assemble, but more importantly it has a vastly bigger print area, which is something that you all asked for. So this will be eventually the standard model that ships out to all of our Kickstarter pledges and anyone else that wants to buy an Argentum through the website. So we'll keep coming through. And as you can see again, a lot of this place is empty at the moment, mostly because we want to use the entirety of this space for manufacturing and assembly of some of the printers in the future. We just don't want to stymie anything with filling it up, so it's mostly just storage of a lot of 3D printer parts for all the guys in the office. But here is where a bunch of the cool stuff's happening at the moment, where we're working with generation of the silver nitrate and ascorbic acid chemicals, as well as working to clean out the cartridges that we're going to use in the Argentum printer. So Stewie's working on something pretty cool at the moment. What are you up to?
Yeah, so at the moment I'm working on the cartridge milking system, as it's affectionately known. We used to extract all the ink manually using a syringe, and it's really time consuming, and that would lead to really expensive cartridges. So at the moment we're automating the whole system. So using a silicon mold, we extract all of the ink from the cartridge into the catch tank using a vacuum pump, and then we flush through some water a few times before we fill it with our chemical and get the cartridges out to you guys.
Sweet, so that should end up with cartridges that cost a lot less than we originally envisioned. Last thing I want to show you downstairs here is we had a free room that we didn't really have anything to put into, but we had some friends called Javier, which is a small Brisbane startup, and they wanted to sell CNC machine parts to clients around Brisbane. Now as you can see, they put together a really cool machine, and the crazy thing is that Javier built this entire thing themselves. So the thing is made of only steel welded frames, a giant 2.2 kilowatt spindle, and servo motors to control both axes. It's a real beast of a machine, but it's really cool. So let's go check out the offices upstairs. So upstairs here is where the offices are and where all the design and magic happens. But first off, you can see here is the latest scan of Stewie's chest, and unfortunately it's quite clear that he has terminal turtle lung cancer. It's pretty serious. So anyway, our latest mechatronics engineer, Sam, is here, and he's been doing a lot of work on the software lately. So what have you been up to, Sam?
I've been working on the GUI, making sure that it can run through a web interface. This means that it can run either locally or through a network connection.
So does that mean, for instance, if I wanted to set it up on a Raspberry Pi on my Wi-Fi connection, would that work?
Yes, or any other dedicated machine.
Awesome. Okay, so next up along on this desk is Victoria, who is our latest engineering intern, who's been working on some experiments on the original Argentum.
Yeah, so I've just been using an early prototype of the printer to test a few different parameters for the optimum conductivity. So we've had different types of paper, threading, different number of layers, etc. And we'll be posting all the results up for you guys soon.
Stewie, how did you get up here again? What are you doing?
Big stuff.
Fair enough. Anyway, next up is one of our co-founders and the lead electrical engineer, Ariel. So Ariel, what are you doing at the moment?
Hey, I'm working on the automated test jig for the motherboard for the printer. So this is one of the motherboards for the Argentum, and we don't want anyone getting a bad batch when we send them out. So this board will come down, test all of the inputs and outputs, and then beep, letting us know whether or not it's good or bad, so we know whether or not to send it out or not.
Awesome. And then lastly is Bella, who's one of the other three co-founders, but also our chief financial officer. So Bella, what are you up to at the moment?
Well, I would say I have one of the more interesting roles at the company, and at the moment I'm working on our tax return.
Awesome. I do not envy that position at all. And then finally we'll come into here. This is our boardroom. This is where all the really serious stuff happens and all of our Skype meetings with the US and whatnot. But anyway guys, that's pretty much everything we wanted to show you for now. If you have any questions, feel free to get onto us on our blog, Facebook or Twitter. And we can't wait to talk to you again and get our printers out into the open. Thanks.